Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey, and it's, week 16? I don't even remember now. Week 16, Jeff? Week 16 Mailbag episode today. You definitely have a good amount of questions yet, so it means a lot of you guys are going for championships this week, which actually, we left last episode on a cliffhanger. If you were listening, you might be wondering, did Jeff win or did Jeff lose? You're going for the championship, Jeff, and you did just barely take home the title, didn't you, in our Dynasty League?
I'm a champion, baby.
You got one of them at least, right?
I did.
This year?
No, I'll take it. 1 out of 3. It was to the edge of my seat. It was amazing. I won by less than a point. The guy that I beat was insanely mad. It made it feel like I won twice.
Well, at least I think he's in 2 leagues with us, and I'm pretty sure he's about 0 for 7 on championship games in our 2 leagues combined, or something, 0 for 6. He's there all the time, but he's 0 for he hasn't won anything.
No, he's actually 0 for 3 against me in 3 years.
Well,
it's really bad.
And this is actually, luckily for you, you don't have the situation. You don't have Zeke in your lineup or somebody else's. I don't even know if you've seen this news yet. At one point, they had, ruled that Zeke had fumbled the ball on a 4th and 1. Now, the official stats have come out, and the fumble's being reversed.
Really?
It looks like it's going, the stat corrections haven't happened yet on any of the main sites.
Is it going to Dak then?
Well, no, it's going to be what happened is it was a 4th and 1 play. So it's a 4th and 1. Zeke got the handoff, got a 2-yard loss, and they said he fumbled in the process. But basically the stats they just put it out there that he fumbled. In reality, the refs never ruled a fumble; they just ruled it a turnover on downs. Is what the actual call is. Turnover on downs because it was a 4th and 1. It wasn't actually a fumble. There's no fumble there. So this could change things in a couple ways. Zeke gains 2 points. So if you were in a matchup with Zeke and you lost by less than 2, you might wake up tomorrow morning and be a winner. Or if you won, the other way around, or even the Colts. Colts defense is going to get 2 taken away from it if you happen to play the Colts, which is really
yeah, I'm not going to lie. For a moment, I started freaking out because I was like, oh my God, what defense did I play?
Not the Colts, though. Not the Colts.
All right, I'm safe. But that is going to make someone so upset. If that was me, I would lose my mind.
So it looks like this is going to happen. I haven't seen it officially on on any of the sites yet, but this could be a little, that would suck. Oh. Wake up on a Thursday morning after maybe you won a championship, maybe you won a title, and all of a sudden now title's taken away, or you're not in the championship next week or this week. It's just, man,
oh man. What if you thought you lost and you were upset, so you're like, I'm not even going to look at it, and then you found out you won and you didn't set your lineup?
Right? Yeah. And this is going to be, man, this is going to be rough. This, I can't even imagine what tomorrow's going to be like for all these people. And, I'm waiting to see if this actually goes through, because this going to affect a lot of things. Luckily, I had Zeke in 2 lineups, but it didn't matter. So I don't have to worry, but crazy. But all right, that's it for the other news. Cam Newton's out now. He's not playing. So if you've been playing Cam Newton, got to find yourself another quarterback this week. Which Cam really hasn't been helping you the last few weeks anyway. So you're probably out.
Yeah, he hasn't. And
I posted.
He's a top 10 QB, but man, his last 3 weeks have not been getting it done. Worse and worse every time.
I posted on Instagram about Drew Brees and telling people don't hesitate to start Drew Brees this week. I actually think he's going to be really good. And a couple of the responses probably were legitimate. If you had Drew Brees, you're probably not playing anymore.
Yeah, that's very true. It is true.
A lot of them. Yeah. But I am. I actually am. The funny thing is, I say that, but the funny thing is in our 2 main leagues, which the one we, if you listened last week, we lost complete. We were devastated. Drew Brees is in that championship game. And in the other one where I'm in going for the title this week, I have Drew Brees as my quarterback. So how'd that work? I don't know. Worked out, but a little nervous about that. But how about we get to some questions? I'm sure there's going to be just going to be a lot of start-sit questions this week because everyone needs to fill these championship lineups. So we'll start out with Matt. He needs us to pick 3 players. These are all pretty good options.
Okay.
So Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey, Melvin Gordon, James Conner, Derrick Henry. So it looks like Conner is probably going to be out again. Yeah. I think Conner's going to be out again from what I've seen.
Okay.
It doesn't look likely like Conner's going to play. So
I think the one you have to play is McCaffrey, right?
You have to play McCaffrey, definitely.
Yeah. McCaffrey's in, Conner's out, and
okay. It's
now it becomes kind of at this point. Now where do you go with it?
I think you have to play Nick Chubb. I think he's a sure thing. I play Nick Chubb right now the way he's been playing, how many carries he's been getting. It's Nick Chubb to me, McCaffrey for sure. And then the only reason it's a question between Gordon and Henry, obviously Henry's had 2 great weeks and Gordon's coming off an injury and going against Baltimore. So It's a lot of factors. But me personally, I'm not sitting Melvin Gordon in my championship. I know what Derrick Henry's done those last 2 weeks. I just know what Derrick Henry's done for the majority of his career as well. Yeah. I have to go Chubb, McCaffrey, in Gordon.
Yeah,
that's risky though. Gordon's so risky because if he comes in and he's not right,
I know that's what worries me.
Oh man, such a tough call.
You know what? I mean, I feel like that one. That's okay. I agree with the 3 names we came up with, and I think that is what you have to go with. If leading up to it, you don't hear any negative news.
Yeah,
and really, that's what's going to determine it. Derrick Henry. I mean, I don't know. The last 2 weeks have been out of control. I mean, if he goes back to 4.6 or something like that, it's not going to matter even if Gordon gets hurt after the first quarter. He could put up as many points as that. So, I mean, that is scary. But at the same time, I got to go with the guys that have performed every game all year, and that's Melvin Gordon. I mean, look at his points. Besides for the game he has been out, the lowest amount he's scored is 14.4. So, and that's standard. So if you look at it that way, even I'm trying to think which game it actually was. It might have been actually week 12. Was it? I think it was week 12 actually, right before he got injured. He had 10 carries for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he played half of football and get 18 points for you. So, even though we're afraid that he might still be injured, I think that is still worthwhile, even though Derrick Henry has been playing phenomenal, but I don't know what that is yet.
Neither do I. I don't trust it. I don't quite trust him yet. Even though, you could be sitting a guy who's going to just go another 150 yards or something.
Yeah, it would scare me, definitely, to think that I'm sitting a 20-point performance.
All right, how about the next one from Andy? Yes. Should I start Elijah McGuire or Sony Michel? I'm going Sony Michel.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm still going to go Michel. I'll go there. Galladay or Jarvis Landry?
I go Galladay.
Yeah, I'm going Galladay as well for that. He looked really good last week. Next one is Spencer. This is Spencer Ware or Damian Williams.
I don't know. Whoever plays. I guess that would be the question. I haven't really thought a whole lot about this specific scenario, but if they both played, what are you thinking?
I'd go Ware. I think Williams, I think his numbers were boosted quite a bit. It's just by the touchdowns. His yardage wasn't necessarily great. He was good, but I think Spencer Ware is going to get the majority of the work.
Yeah, they really had that dump off pass working for him. That was where he did most of his kind of damage. But tell you the truth, I don't know on that one, but I think they've really stuck towards that pecking order, and Ware is technically above him, so I would default to that, I guess.
All right, so Brandon asked, he said, which 2 would you start? So it looks like this is just 2. This is for flex, so you can start either 2 running backs, 2 receivers, running back, receiver, however you want to go. Leonard Fournette, Elijah McGuire, Jamal Williams, Dante Pettis, Dede Westbrook. So Fournette for sure for me. I think he's going to be healthy enough. I think he's going to be fine. I'll go Fournette. He's the best option here anyway. He just is. I'll go Fournette for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to go against you on that one. I think you have to play talent, and I think he's, like you said, the most talented player there.
And then I think I go Jamal Williams with Aaron Jones gone now. Aaron Jones out for the year. It's only 2 games, but still out for the year. I'd go Jamal Williams actually over McGuire, Pettis, or Westbrook. No. What are you feeling there?
Tell you the truth, these are some strange names, so I'm just double checking a few things.
I think Williams, though. I think there's no one else there now. There's no one there. It's just him. He has to get all the volume. There's no.
I mean, he's going against the Jets. I mean, even with most of the volume, though, I mean, how much is that really? Like, how many times are they actually going to run the ball? I mean, last game, Aaron Jones obviously went out, and he went out super early. He got 12 carries, and he got 16 touches altogether. It did result in a touchdown, so 15.7 in standard. A good outing, right? I think I agree with you in general, because I think that he's safer than you look at Elijah McGuire, he's been doing fine. He's been looking pretty solid, but at the same time he'll be playing against Green Bay. They'll play one another. He's gotten 14 and then 11 the last 2 games, touchdown in each. My only question would be, do you take the risk and go with someone like Pettis, who has been doing really well and getting double digits for the last 3-4 games, comparatively to thinking that you're guaranteeing yourself a touchdown with the running back? I mean, I know you go running back, but how are you feeling about that?
I mean, Pettis, I think he's safe. I think he's a safe option. I don't think you can go wrong with him. I just think Jamal Williams is going to get a lot of work. I really do. For some reason, or it could just be a terrible Green Bay game and they do nothing. I guess there's that option too. But no, I just feel so much more comfortable with Williams. But I think I'd be fine with Pettis. Pettis would be the next option for me.
Okay. Yeah. I do agree with you, because I think running backs are somewhat safer, because I think I can, like if you're going to give him 15 touches, he just has to do well with one of them, compared to, a Pettis who's probably going to touch the ball 4 or 5 times. So even though he's been playing well, I agree with you. I just want to throw it out there, because I don't think this way in any way is clear cut.
Yeah. It's a tough one, man. I'm almost happy I don't have these decisions to make this week. My lineup's set. I'm good to go.
Right.
All right, next question comes in from Luke. He asks, would you go with Mitch Trubisky against San Francisco or Ben Roethlisberger against New Orleans? I'm going Ben.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going Roethlisberger. He's been good. I mean, even last week he had a down week. He had 17 points, but at least that doesn't kill you. And before that, he's always been in the 20s. Every once in a while, hit high. I do have to say that Pittsburgh hasn't been dominant like they have been. Their offense hasn't completely fallen off, but it hasn't been dominant. And the only thing that worries me is neither has the Saints, and they've been really bad. So I do worry that this is going to be a low-scoring game. But both are going to try to get back on track. So who knows? Maybe you're going to have a track meet, and everyone's going to just find their stride again.
So Tommy has another quarterback question. Do you go with Baker Mayfield, who is playing against Cincinnati, Deshaun Watson playing against Philadelphia, or Dak Prescott playing against Tampa Bay? Baker, Watson, or Dak? And for me, it's going to be Watson.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's been playing pretty well. Philly feels like I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of packing up shop. And as well as Mayfield has kind of looked down the stretch, he hasn't been that good in fantasy, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's 15, 16 his last 3 games. I know he's playing Cincinnati, who is has given up a ton of points. But at the same time, once again, I think you have to go with the talent. I think Watson is the talent there.
So Luke, who we just answered his Ben Trubisky question, I actually answered it while we were talking on Instagram to see and he responded back. He has another question. So might as well see what he has here. Here's a next year question. This is a keeper question. Who would you rather have for next season? Michael Thomas or Devontae Adams? Who would you rather have next year? Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams. Man, that's tough.
That is very tough.
I'm going to go Michael Thomas.
I knew you would.
But maybe you go Adams here. I don't know. I'm going Thomas, though.
Yeah, this one, I don't think you can really go wrong here. I'm a little more of a Devontae Adams guy, but at the same time, I think Michael Thomas is a little safer because I think he's really sewn into that offense as the number one, no matter what. Devontae Adams is too, but I think more can change on Green Bay, but I still would go Devontae Adams. He that number one wide receiver, even when Aaron Rodgers isn't playing well, is unbelievable to have. And you can see it because of the touchdowns. I just worry that if anything happens to Aaron Rodgers or anything, his value just plummets to nothing.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with these, though.
No, I mean, both are top 10 guys. I mean, the only thing that, Michael Thomas has really struggled down the stretch here in the last 4 games, which, it is what it is at this point. I mean, a lot of players look like this. But it's just because Saints have kind of fallen off stride. It's not like Green Bay has been doing great either, but who knows with Aaron Jones and if Jamal Williams gets it, maybe they run a little bit more. They have a new coach. Like I said, things are in flux, but you're right. You can't go wrong. I would go Adams, though. Craig would go Thomas.
So next question comes from Todd. He needs to pick one player to start here. Needs one. Marlon Mack, Melvin Gordon, or Phillip Lindsay. So Gordon against Baltimore, Phillip Lindsay plays at Oakland, and Mack plays home against the Giants. Again, 3 good options. Again, for me, I think I'm playing Melvin Gordon. They're not going to run Melvin Gordon out there not healthy at this point. They got playoffs to worry about, and they're already in the playoffs. And why risk having this guy hurt more? So they haven't rushed him back, and I don't think they will. So if he's out there, I think that means he's healthy, and I think that means he's going to play well. So it's Melvin Gordon yet for me.
I agree. I mean, in Melvin Gordon, I trust. He's just that much better than everyone else, really, and you've seen it but he's still ranked 7th after missing the last 3.5 games. I mean, he is really that phenomenal when he's out there. So here's a question. What if the last moment they say, we're not putting him out there. He's not quite healthy enough. Between Lindsay and Mack, that one's a really good. I mean, that would be a very interesting one. Who would you lean towards? And this is a question too. Is like now that not that Denver is out of it, right? But at the same time, like you think that Mack has more like to play for? Does that enter your mind at all?
Maybe a little bit, but I think I'd go Mack anyway. Barely, but I think I'd go Mack. He looked really good last week.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of leaning that way myself, but I wasn't sure if I was just overanalyzing one game. Know what I mean?
No, maybe we are, but maybe the home factor helps. But Lindsay has a good matchup. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go Marlon. I'd go Marlon Mack. I think I feel slightly more comfortable with him. Just slightly. These are toss-ups though.
Yeah, that really is.
If somebody came up with an argument for Phillip Lindsay, I'd understand it. So if he's sitting there and you have this choice, Mack or Lindsay, and you really feel strongly about Lindsay, don't let us sway you. I believe I'm not that strongly one way or another on this kind of situation.
Yeah, I mean, both are going against bottom quarter teams as far as the run defense goes. So I think either one you're a winner in, but yeah, that's a tough one.
See here. Next question we got from Genius Ultimate 12 says he's been streaming Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, so it must be in a 2 QB league. Says he does have Case Keenum and Nick Mullins on his bench as well, or he could pick up Nick Foles. Is any of those players worth playing over Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson?
Ooh, not a question I really thought I was going to hear from a playoff team, but I like it. This guy he's a maverick.
You know what? I'm going Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen has become a fantasy option, a really good one too, and definitely, I'm going Allen and Jackson. Mullins has been pretty solid, though, which is, not expected, I guess, for him. But I don't trust him even slightly, especially going against the Bears. Not going to be good. And then,
and I don't trust Nick Foles to.
I don't.
Not yet. I mean, it's rough for a guy to.
It's
come
close.
in
So
and,
I get Foles. Like, to me, if I played Foles, it'd be playing Foles over Lamar Jackson, which I'm just not going to. Lamar Jackson's going to get you rushing yardage, in at least that much. So I'm going to go Allen and Jackson here. And then, all right, next one we got is David Johnson worth benching for Dalvin Cook. So would you bench David Johnson to start Dalvin Cook? Or if not David Johnson, would you bench Joe Mixon for Dalvin Cook? So basically, Johnson, Mixon, Cook. Who are your two?
Oof, my gosh. Well, I don't. Okay, I don't think I can bench Mixon. I think he's been playing too well, and they need a running game, so he would be in for me.
Yep, I'm agreeing with that for sure.
So it would come down to
Johnson,
David Johnson
or Cook,
who had. Actually, yeah, I would probably. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. I'd probably go Cook over David Johnson.
You know what? That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Cook plays Detroit. I don't trust Detroit to stop anybody. They're done. They don't care anymore.
Exactly. And really look at it too. I mean, his touches have been ramping up, 9, 13 to 19. Last week, he just scorched Miami. They're throwing the ball to him. And you look at David Johnson and, it's going the opposite way. 20 carries, 15, 11. They're not going to be in it. They're about to play the Rams. Their season is over. Why risk David Johnson? There's not a whole lot to it. So I would go Cook. Yeah.
And then that's the last question I got. But on Instagram, people are going nuts. I posted the whole Zeke thing. And
ooh. Yeah, this is going to be like the Joker thing, right? You just watch the world burn kind of deal. Like
right.
The fantasy world is about to catch fire.
Oh, man, because Zeke is in so many championship games. And there's so many playoff games. Oh, man, that's going to be rough. I am happy I don't have to deal with that whole situation. It does not sound fun.
No.
But maybe I should go back and look at our listener leagues, though.
Oh, my gosh.
Which I was going to bring up here anyway, because we got the championship this week between the 4 champions of the listener leagues to come home with the belt. I lost in the League One, listener League One.
Oh, it's going to go to a brand new owner.
It will.
Year.
Tyler Boone, the FF forecast beat me, and he only scored 88.7. I just put up a terrible 74.9 in a championship game. Just rough. So I lost that one. So you got Tyler Boone, the FF forecast. He's in it there. Going against the League 2 champ, which was Squids. Eugene there. Beat up on Team Rucker by about 50. So he's going this week. Let's see. League 3 winner. We have, where we pull this up, we got the Packer backers who won by a good almost 40. So they're easily in. And then League 4, the final one, we got the champ, and this one was Owen. He won it by about 20. So no controversy in any of these ones, but we got 4 teams going for the belt this week. See if, who's going to end up with it and take the belt from me. Kind of a little disappointed I have to give that thing away. Thought I had a shot, but we should have. Jeff. We were in all 4 leagues. We had 4 entries.
Yeah, that's very true.
Not a good look. But hey, I got 2 experts leagues going this week. So going for championships in the Instagram versus Twitter league. We're in the championship in that one, as well as the Instagram experts league. We got the championship game in that one. So I feel pretty good about that at least. And I just had to double check because I knew I had won we had 1.9 in the Instagram experts league. So 1.9, and I'm just double checking. Nope, there's no Zeke involved. So thank God. That would have been rough. And no Colts defense. Okay, we're good. But all right, I think that's all I got for the mailbag this week. And then next week, I think we'll probably put together one episode later on in the week if people, maybe because there might be still some stuff going on. Maybe we'll see if we get some listener questions. It's possible it might not even have an episode next week during Christmas. If we do, it'll be later in the week. But I don't know how many people play Week 17 anymore. I hope they don't. It's kind of rough, don't you think?
Yeah, it's too difficult to figure out who's going to play and who's not. It's
almost getting too rough in Week 16.
Yeah,
it's not even people. It's just injuries, and they just once they're it's crazy.
If we're talking injuries, I think that was this entire year. But
it's been an interesting year. A lot of I don't know. Fantasy's going to be yeah, I was reading something too. People were talking about starting to play. Should you play team positions like a team quarterback? Instead of having quarterbacks, you play a team quarterback. So when your quarterback gets out, you just get the team's quarterback. But I think that's going a little too far. I don't know about you, right?
Yeah, I think a little too far, but I get their point.
But injuries have been killing him. But all right, that'll do it for this week. We'll possibly talk to you guys next week. If not, we'll be back after that with we'll start doing some postseason stuff. Do our awards for the season. And start looking. Probably already start looking for next year as we. As 2018 wraps up. We'll talk to you guys then.